I'm talking with Ryan DeBrusk from de Havilland, Canada at the Farnborough show. Ryan, thank you for making time to speak with me.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
So tell us where we are with de Havilland. You've moved from Toronto. What's the status of the company now?
Yeah, so de Havilland, we still have a presence in Toronto. We still have a large engineering, it's our engineering center of excellence. We still have a number of our customer support personnel and sales and marketing personnel based in Toronto. But our home, the heart of de Havilland, is based now in Calgary, Alberta. And we have a number of facilities in Calgary today, on top of the facility that still remains and is a key part of our manufacturing in Victoria, British Columbia, which was the original Viking facility. So we're across the country, but the heart now, the headquarters is based in Calgary, Alberta.
And you've had some good news at the show already.
We've yesterday we spent the day talking primarily about our Dash 8 400 product and the work we're doing around refurbishment of Dash 8 400s, and announcing a number of sales that we have had for our refurbished Dash 8 refurbished aircraft, our qualified refurbishment aircraft. And we were fortunate to have one of our largest customers, All Nippon Airways, join us. ANA came and reconfirmed their commitment to the Dash 8 400 with an order for taking 7 of our refurbished aircraft. Critically important to us because customers like ANA and Qantas, who announced a number of weeks ago their commitment to the 400 and taking 14 additional aircraft off the market and inducting those into service. That's key for us to, with our large customers, to remain committed to de Havilland, committed to the Dash 8 400 for the next decade, and we're really excited about that.
So the obvious question is now, you're going to run out of available airframes for this program. Talk about new builds. What are you going to be doing around that? That clearly there's a demand for this size airplane, this kind of airplane with this heritage.
Well, our slogan is to keep the fleet flying. So, we went to the market where we saw an opportunity to get aircraft flying that had remained parked for an extended period of time, certainly coming out of COVID, and also make sure that aircraft that should be flying and not marked for other purposes get back that way. And we know that there's a market for them. We knew that there was a home for these aircraft. So we took a position and bought those aircraft and have been putting them through our MRO in Calgary. That's a key element for our business right now. As we look forward, we've started a process of discussing with the operator community, the financier community, the leasing companies, what does the next turboprop need to look like? What should it bring you as an operator or as a lessor? And so we're in those discussions now. We started them late last year. We've had a series of sessions all around the world. They continue. We've got a number more lined up, virtual sessions as well as face-to-face. And we're pulling all of that data together that we're learning from those discussions to determine what should we look at, what should we consider doing next. And that's where we're at now. And as we wind down through the end of the year, we'll complete that process and gather all that information and build up a case of what should that next Dash 8 or de Havilland turboprop look like.
That's actually amazing to hear, because the timing on this is rather fortuitous. You've got this watershed moment in the industry where the turboprop segment is the first one that's going to benefit from hybrid technology, hybrid electric, hydrogen. So this is actually a great time to almost do a reset on saying, okay, we are where we are, but the need for this market doesn't go away, whether it's freighter or anything else. This is a good time to come up with a clean sheet.
Well, I'm not saying the market needs a clean sheet design, but what has been clear to us through this process is the market does want to have multiple manufacturers in the turboprop space, and for this size of aircraft, for commercial size of aircraft, and so that's clear to us. There's demand for the aircraft. Now we need to determine what exactly seat gauge, how big of an aircraft, what kind of technologies are airlines expecting on the aircraft today, and not just airlines. I mean, it could be, like you say, it could be cargo companies, it could be special mission operators. What do we need to offer to the market to make sure that it's successful for de Havilland, it's successful for the operators, and it has a life of the next 30 plus years, that it's going to last that time. So when you talk about technology and propulsion, absolutely, there's a lot of investment taking place in propulsion systems today. Some will come sooner than others, and some will come much later than people are talking about today. We have our own view of each of the different technologies that are evolving, and we're involved in each of those technologies in development in a number of ways, whether it be hybrid electric, whether it be hydrogen. We're involved in discussions with each of those parties, and involved in the development efforts in a number of places to make sure that we have our hand in the pie, that make sure that we are close to the development and we understand what is realistic in terms of the performance of the product and the timeline. And so whatever we do for that next Dash 8, we want to make sure that it has that ability to evolve over time as the technologies evolve over time, so that our customers are not stuck with a stranded asset, that they're constantly able to develop and evolve as the technologies do.
Maybe you should call it this idea Dash 9, but in the meantime, you've got an interesting situation. You've got a firefighter, but you've also got a conversion on the Dash 8 for a firefighter, like a water bomber. So that's fascinating to see that airframe, that the Dash 8 can do that kind of work as well, like you said, special mission.
So the Dash 8, there's many missions that are being done with the Dash 8, whether it be aerial surveillance, search and rescue. The aircraft is very capable. We have a customer that is doing conversions for water bombers and is successfully completing those. We obviously have our own water bomber in our new DHC 515 that we have relaunched. We're bringing that aircraft to market now. We have a number of aircraft that we've announced the sale of to European member states, and the team is working to finalize contracts with a number of others so that we can formally launch that program. We did give an update on where we are at from a production standpoint today here at Farnborough, and we look forward to a lot of exciting news around the water bomber in the weeks and months ahead.
Will that essentially be the same as the 515 to date, or are there any updates to that?
The DHC 515 is the newest variant. It's the one that we are launching now.
Right.
The 415 is its predecessor.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So it's the newest version.
And what difference?
CL415.
What differences are there in the 515 compared to the 415?
So it has improved performance characteristics.
Okay.
It's got improved scooping and dumping, a new avionics suite, which is a key characteristic.
Right.
A brand new avionics system for the airplane.
Right. Down the road, what other things are you looking at?
Well, we're also in the process, and we announced an update to the market today about our Twin Otter Classic 300G. We're planning to deliver the first aircraft of that new version of the Twin Otter by the end of the first quarter of 2025 to our launch customer, Zemex Aviation in Switzerland. So we're really excited about that, because that continues on the heritage of the Twin Otter family, which is known as one of the most robust and capable aircraft ever built. And we're seeing a lot of interest in that platform. We've got some exciting announcements that we're making here at Farnborough today, and we're putting a lot of attention on that. As we also look forward around the Dash 8 family, so aside from what we already talked about, we've relaunched our cargo program for the Dash 8. So we've just certified what we call our quick change conversion kit, which allows an airline, an operator, to operate, whether it be in passenger or cargo, package freight cargo, and a quick changeover conversion, removing the seats, putting in netting in the cabin. You can go back and forth between the two. We're now in the development process for our package freighter program, so a complete tube conversion into package freight aircraft. And then beyond that, we have our large corridor program, which we've relaunched, giving operators the capability to go up to 9 large LD3 containers on board the 400, which is 2 more than our closest competitor. Highly flexible, an aircraft that can serve more routes quicker per day than any of the competition in its class. So we're really excited about bringing those to market. We just had one of our launch customers, Ethiopian, here, who is committed to the large cargo door program. We'll be converting a number of aircraft in their fleet to fly in Africa, and we're excited to bring that to market towards the back half of 25.
Thank you, Ryan.
All right, thanks, Addison.